Hey everybody, welcome back to Sawdust and Cornbread. I'm Laura Lee. If you're a first-time guest today, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I put out new content every week. Today I'm going to be doing another simple repair. It does involve electricity, so the first thing you want to do is go down to your breaker box and make sure that the breaker is turned off to the outlet that you're going to be working on. If you don't have something to test to see if the current is on, be sure to plug something into that outlet, turn it on, make sure it's not working before you work on the project. Let's get started. Now you may be asking yourself, why would I need to repair an outlet? Why would I need to replace it? Well, definitely if you have any melting around there or any scorch marks, that's a good time to replace it if it stops working, because these do eventually wear out. The little clips that are inside that hold on to your prongs may wear out and get loose. That is so frustrating and dangerous when you try to plug it in and it slips out and won't stay in there. If you have scorch marks or any melting or you've smelt, it's usually a fishy smell. That's a sign that you have an electrical issue. Probably should contact an electrician to see what is going on with that outlet. See the little TR here? In this case, a tamper-resistant outlet was placed in the wall, and that probably is a code, but this is some kind of tamper-resistant outlet. I mean, you cannot get the plug in there. We have not been able to use this second outlet since it was installed several months ago. I thought there was a flaw with the outlet, but it turns out that it was just so stiff that we weren't able to get anything into that from the wall. So what I did is I disconnected power from the breaker box downstairs. I tested it to make sure all the wires were dead, and then I removed it from the wall. Now I'm just taking some plug-ins. This is from our Keurig, plugging it in and out to loosen those up because they are so tight. We couldn't get anything in there. When it was in the wall, it was really a problem, but this way I can get to it. It's great to have the tamper resistant so that your kids don't stick something in there and get it zapped. But we have to be able to use these outlets. I think I've got this to where we can actually use it. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall it to the wall. I've already cut power to the outlet, so all of these wires are dead. They're safe and good to go. Basically what I did is I removed the existing outlet and I have left everything in place, so I know exactly where the wires go back again. It makes it a whole lot easier to remember where things go when you put it back. You can also always take a screenshot or write a little diagram where the white wires go, where your copper wires go, where your black wires go. And looking here at the back, you will see it says hot wire. You're going to put your hot wires or your black wires on these screws on this side. The other side where the silver are, that's going to be your neutral wires or your white wires. And then there's also a little mark down here that says ground wire. The ground is green, and so your bare copper wires, your ground wires, will always go on that green screw at the bottom. Make sure it's nice and straight. I'm also going to inspect it, make sure there's no weak spots while I'm taking a look at it. There's 2 slots for each screw. You're going to go in the top. The reason for that is once you push the wire in there, you're going to be tightening that screw down. It goes clockwise. You're slowly spinning that wire around to clamp it down as it goes in. So I'm going to push it straight into that top. I'm stopping right where that coating ends because that is the proper stripped length right against there. Then I'm just going to tighten that screw down. Nice and snug, but don't over tighten because you can strip that out. Give it a little yank, make sure it's not coming out. Okay, easy as that. Now I'm going to do the bottom one. I'm going to put it in the top hole, tighten it up going clockwise. On the hot side for the black wires, you're going to feed it in to the bottom hole of the screws. Reason again, you think about it, you're going clockwise with the screw. So if I put it in the top and then turn it clockwise, it's just going to spit that wire back out. I need to put it in the bottom hole in order for it to turn and pull it up and around. So on this side, I'm going to go in the bottom, push it up to where that coating on the wire ends flush with the end. Tighten this up. Push it in. Make sure it's tight against there. Tighten my screw clockwise. Give it a tug and it is good to go. Push this back in there a little bit. There's no reason to have all of that bulk at the front. Squeeze them together here with my pliers. Give them a few good tight twists to make sure that everything is secure. And as long as we have good contact back here, it's as if the wires are now one. So I can push that back to the back, get it out of the way, and now I just have to deal with this one wire. Now that I have my loop on there, just put that around. I can tighten this up. Once I have the ground connected, I just push the wires in the back, push the outlet back into the wall, and connect the screw at the top and the bottom. They are adjustable left to right, so there is a little wiggle room, but I usually don't adjust them till the very end. Then tighten them down all the way. So I'm going to go downstairs now, turn on the breaker so that I have power on this, and try it out before I put the faceplate back on. I just have to be sure that nothing goes back in here because it will be live. So let's see if it's any easier to get this back in there. Yes, it looks like we now have full use of our second outlet after all of these months. It just needed to be loosened up a little bit. Yeah, we're working great. But we're not done. It's always important to put that faceplate back on there. That way you don't get any objects in there or little fingers. That protects all of those wires. A lot of times it's just simple little repairs like that that make a huge difference. Now we have double the outlets in this kitchen space simply by making that little repair. So without having to call in a professional to take care of this, it was a simple repair, just took a little bit of tweaking, a few common household tools. You can do it yourself. Just be smart, be safe, save money, and create the home you want using the things you have. Thanks so much for watching. Again, if you're a first-time guest, be sure to subscribe, like the video. I put out new content every week. I'll see you soon. Be blessed.